Ooh, Incas mirror. We have, okay. I'm not a big fan of mirror matchups, but as you can see, a frequent returning Smurf channel on my castings here is youturtleItower. It is Karadribe's, we'd have to say, secondary account. It's not really a Smurf anymore because it's way higher than his main account. And the idea is, as the name suggests, if you try to turtle, you're going to get towers in your face. There's also an exclusively Incas channel. It's the only civilization being played in this on this account. So I kind of respect that. It provides some interesting games, honestly. Eagle Scouts versus Magyars, Scout Cavalry, for example. Seen. Mirror matchups are always more fun with flexible civs such as Incas, though, and I tend to agree. I mean, I'm one with Feudal Age Eagles against Incas, even though they have access to slingers and whatnot and all that. Still could catch them off guard. Obviously not the best play in Incas Mirror, but if they don't know how to react to it, you'll still get somewhere with it. Yeah, Incas have all the answers, right? They have slingers to deal with infantry pressure. They have Eagle Warriors, or the Eagle Warrior line, Scout Warriors, and Elite Eagle Warriors to deal with, for example, archers, but they're a great raiding unit as well, as far as a substitute for light cavalry hussars raids go. So, certainly one way to apply the Inca strength. They also have the unique unit from the castle, the Kavayuk. It's less likely to see play here because that's mainly a power halberdier, if you ask me. It's a good infantry unit, of course, with one range. So it's still going to do good in melee fights against other infantry. But since this is an Incas mirror, doesn't really make sense to go for the unique unit here, as then the other player should go for some kind of ranged approach instead to deal with that. Since the Incas get harvests as well with Bracer and all that jazz. Right, let's have a look at the scouting found. The third goal, that should be basically all of the resources you need to know. 3 golds, 2 stones. Ah, missing some sheep. Okay, gotta get some more sheep as well. Let's see how blue is doing over here. They're both playing Incas. Don't know what to expect, but they started walling already. Already turtling in progress here for Garon. This is their rating, by the way. Ranked 1v1 rating. So, actually crossed the 1700 mark. I mean, there's Karadribe or youturtleItower hasn't really played that much recently. So that's probably a bit of a tough elo range to get back into after a multiple months break as well. Always a channel, always a challenge. Getting back into those things. I guess. Oh, scouts fight. You can just garrison the eagle inside the town center to heal up, so it's not that big of a deal to lose some HP early on. But of course, the aim here for youturtleItower is to obstruct some deer pushing here, I guess. youturtleItower pushed some deer as well. There's only 1 left over here, so 2 deer pushed, giving a pretty decent advantage timing-wise into the feudal age here. 1 minute 15 to go for the feudal age. Garon didn't click yet. Right, about 6-month break, but playing against the AI recently. Yeah, I see. And Incas have received some tweaks since the last 6 months, so there's that as well. Blue sees the barracks going up here, I think. Yep. And we'll probably expect some kind of infantry, men-at-arms opening, you know. This is not really going to be men-at-arms. Could be straight archers, because we've got 2 on gold here. Not a particularly heavy emphasis on food here, so doesn't strike me as an Eagle Scouts play here? What's the plan? There's the range. Okay, here we go. 18 pop is fun because you just put one on Woody Dark. That makes sense. Incas, they save. Oh, look at him blocking the foundation over here. That makes sense because the Incas get 10 population space per house, so they save some wood in that regard. That's already 75 wood saved for your first couple of houses. See, 2 houses here, nothing more. Still not pop capped. Got some population to go. How does Garon respond though? Is walling off here? I should say they, because we don't know if Garon is a male or female, but they are walling off with palisades. Oh, we could palisade hop inside of here if this is the idea. This should be one range skirmishers defense. Oh, speaking of skirmishers, right? So it's Eagle Skirm. Okay. At least another extra eagle. So that makes sense because you're expecting the opponent to go for skirms as well when they've seen your archery range early on like that. So you need something to deal with the skirmishers. youturtleItower spotting the archery range of blue and seeing the gold being collected here. No use to contest these 2 villagers with 1 eagle. And they'll just fight back and clear up your units. Okay. 1 barracks eagles, 1 range skirmishers. Eagle skirm. And why is that potentially powerful in not just Incas mirrors, but in general? Because if you go Eagle Scouts only, which you could do, then the opponent's best option, in my opinion anyway, is to make archers, because the feudal age armor and hit points of the Eagle Scouts isn't anything special, so you can hit and run with a decent group of archers and defend nicely, and you don't need to go into anything else, which means you should have a head start into the castle age. Then you can clean up with whatever you have at hand. But now adding skirmishers is not as simple as just make eagles. In fact, blue is making the same unit composition here. Skirmishers, eagles, but he's falling behind in numbers. It's 9-2 in military here, and that's partly due to the much faster feudal age for youturtleItower as well. Keeping them off gold. If you keep your opponent off gold, it's going to be more of a hassle for them to get to the castle age, because you need to use the market to get there. They can't make any more eagles because they're off gold. So that's a good scouting here as well, to realize, okay, we don't see the 3rd gold, but it's outside of the walls anyway. So that's not going to be the first thing to see. So consistent production of eagles and scouts here. 12-3 military. And got on seriously on the back foot here for now. Tries to make some more skirmishers, but he's struggling with the numbers. No upgrades on these units though, for either of the players. Got on getting forging, so that's going to be their advantage going into eagle versus eagle fight, and it's also going to help them take out the skirmishers more quickly and efficiently. Eagle Skirm forces the opponent to make food counters to your army composition. Yes. Exactly that. And they may need to go into more upgrades as well, so further denying them. Still, forging or not, there is a matter of numbers here. It's twice the military for youturtleItower, so there's that to be considered as well. No upgrades, obviously. youturtleItower going for the numbers. Over. Oh. Doink! Down goes another villager. That's 2 villagers down. And given the comparable idle town center's time here, that means an economic advantage for the red player. Market being scrambled up here for Garon, probably going to try and sell stone and go for the castle age here. I think that's... I mean, it feels like a decent approach, because you could get to the castle edge, then you can get a town center, force a town center up on your gold, and with the investment that Red has made into eagles and skirmishers and now an archer, that should still delay their castle edge quite a bit. Now harassing the other woodline. We'll look for some more, maybe not eco kills, but oh, there's an opening there actually. Good aggression here, keeping the economy safe at home. Farm count seems, oh, it's dead even actually. 18 farms for either player, but got on going up to the next stage. Didn't sell stone in the end, actually managed to reclaim the gold and collect enough gold to click up, but at what cost? Still losing villagers and getting some serious idle TC time here. Or idle worker time here, sorry. Not the TC that's working in Castle Age. All things considered, Garon's got some decent numbers here. Also getting fletching. Will not be getting elite skirmisher, at least not until the gold has been secured. Maybe that doesn't ever make sense. Yeah, at this stage you could, well, if you can reclaim the your gold somehow, then you can go for Eagle Warriors instead of that. Should be an easy fight to win here. Looks like youturtleItower is now kind of idling towards a castle age click here, at least only missing 100 food now to go up. Fletching is in, but the eagles don't have any attack upgrades or defense whatsoever, so they are effectively weaker than those of the blue sides. There's the castle age click. Maybe Garon doesn't get that much of an advantage with the castle age in after all. Making some more eagle scouts. They are going to produce faster, more quickly once you get to the castle age. And you see the attack stats significantly higher as well. Entering the castle age, that's obviously from forging a +1, but big difference now between the feudal age and castle age eagle scouts, even though they're still eagle scouts. Now the tower coming, the town center coming up here for Garon, that's going to secure the gold efficiently. Also allow for double town center production of villagers. That should help to catch up with the numbers here. That's still a marginal villager lead for youturtleItower, but as those two town centers produce, that's going to mean that the blue player will catch up, trying to get base fully walled here as well, so as to not be too set back by insistent military raids from eagles and skirmishers here from youturtleItower. Castle age entering. We'll see the defense upgrade coming in first. Yep. And also straight for the Eagle Warrior. Still got the numbers. Now similar stats as well. These skirmishers shouldn't really be doing too much here now. At least not once the chainmail armor is in. But as long as Garon keeps producing villagers and keeps the economy working, it's going to establish a lead here. Second town center for youturtleItower as well. Did spot the second TC of blue, maybe with a plan to get one up after all. But he's on the offensive here, wants to minimize the armies. I suppose skirmishers still do well against slingers, because slingers have archers class upgrades, so they benefit from fletching as well, and the armor obviously, but they'll still also, because of the armor class, they will lose more to skirmishers being the counter unit to ranged play. Well, worker efficiency lower for blue here, getting lots of the economy idled here yet again around the farms. That makes it significantly harder to produce military as well, as the eagles are everywhere for red. Some slingers, yes, but without gold, no slingers. Bodkin coming in, that's going to increase the attack and range of the slingers. But as long as you have comfortably more army than your opponent, you don't really need to worry that much about the slingers entering the field either. In one way, I would like to see forward siege here from youturtleItower to clear it out, and in another way, I want to see only eagles dominate here because they're cool. So we'll see how the game ends up. Blue is still only about 9 villagers behind. Hello, Dennis, by the way. Gidai1, as he's known for on Twitch. He sees all the skirmishers and is enjoying what he sees. Ten bonus damage against Condor Tier 1 infantry for the slingers. So if blue gets to a comfortable number here, that's going to be a nasty threat for the advances of the red player. Another town center on the gold over here. Yeah, just get that AoE 2 installed on your mech, man. I don't know shit about Dota 2. It's only 2 barracks producing here. We have 4 barracks total for youturtleItower. So as that gold and food income increases, might see more eagles. There's lots of stone here as well. Sitskaron is trying to wall in and become a bit more comfortable here. Also on 3 town centers, but with that insistent stone mining of youturtleItower, I would suspect a castle to go up somewhere in this general direction. That would idle a lot of economy if you're able to. Yeah, I'm not gonna send any DLCs until I know you fixed your means to play AoE within this. I hope I didn't promise you both. You're going to have to give you... No, I'm going to decide. You're going to get Georgians and Armenians. Because as a Turk, you wouldn't be getting those on your own. Unless you want to crush me in Age of Empires 1, that is. Slingers, decent numbers here now. 12 of them out. It's about half of what's the situation for the eagles. I guess the idea here is to hide the castle. Maybe that 3 is kind of meddling with the castle position over here. You don't want to drop it in the middle of the army here anyway. Elite Skirmisher is in, so that further adds to the defense against the slingers. Elite Skirmisher Eagle should still be decent here, as Blue is collecting some relics. Yeah, a small group of skirmishers nearly one-shotting these slingers. Gladiator Russia. Still a decent castle, at least blocks some farming space here. With the slingers on the field, it doesn't really make sense to add any cavalry here, but it's a forward castle next to a gold over here, so you can mine the gold next to the castle relatively freely as well. Eagles getting close to the slingers. Slingers have minimum range, so if the eagles are close enough, the slingers are much less of a threat. So if youturtleItower is able to get us around here, which he is doing, the slinger numbers are going to decrease rapidly here. More barracks production of eagles now. Some beautiful, what do we call them, T90 farms happening over here as well to extend that food economy. And Garon's just struggling to get to the numbers needed here. Pretty heavy on the stone. Wants to get a defensive castle up, maybe somewhere in this direction, to get some trebuchets out with that earlier Imperial Age and take out this forward castle to free up some space to get back into it here. But can you try and push that castle without any military support? Because it's 5 military to 40 at this point. As we know, economy doesn't necessarily win battles, but armies most certainly do. Finally, a town center on the far side, gold here, which I think red may still not... red has parts of it scouted, I guess. Ha! Did I tell you the castle was going to be here? It's not going to go up without a cost though, as the mass of elite skirmishers here will focus villagers. Maybe not enough to one-shot villagers, but they're weak. If you really microwave out here, you could cause some serious harm here. Yeah, castle doesn't complete for the time being, but I think there are enough villagers here to commit to get this one up. But at what cost? Look at the eco KD now. Look at the military, no eco numbers. There's not even any need for youturtleItower to go to the Imperial Age here, because Blue has taken such large losses now and keeps taking them to insist upon getting this castle up. And the economy situation for youturtleItower not that far away from that Imperial Age click either. Kambayuks, are they being added against the eagles? Perhaps? Yeah, good enough skirmishers mass to one-shot generic villagers, maybe. Yeah. But not Incas wants, no. Here's another castle. Ranging a few farms. Not the most aggressive castles here, and in all fairness, can't really see this for youturtleItower, but that would be the place to go to deny some gold yet again. I guess we're going to see another castle though, so who's to stop them from placing another one over here? Imperial Age to be clicked in just a few seconds here, just 4 gold missing for that. And there's another one, there we go. Garon doesn't have time to mass, he doesn't have eco to mass either, because it's costly to go for the Imperial Age. So that's going to impact your potential to... Disrespect! We'll just go and chop wood here, thank you very much. That's 3 castles to 1, so even if Garon gets some trebuchets out here, it did make one at some point, but it's not on the field anymore. But even if it does get trebuchets out, youturtleItower should be able to contest that in 2 minutes with the 3 forward castles, no less. Yeah, I was thinking it might have been a castle idea over here as well, yeah. Well, it's twice the villagers for youturtleItower. Imperial Age is entering in 1 minute 34 seconds, but Garon taps out and calls it. Realizes it's just too far behind. Score closer than you'd think at this point. But that's how it is. Wrathrang. Welcome, Wrathrangs and followers. Much appreciated. You just made it for the 3v3 League playoff semi-final cast. It's just a 1v1 game I started the stream with that Karan sent me, involving an Incas mirror from a ranked match, but we'll be heading into 3v3 shortly. Yeah, you can see the raids happening here with the Eagles and Skirmishers, 56 villagers, eco units killed there. Much more resources collected as well because of Blue always being on the back foot.